Yeah, guys, welcome to Football Love AG. Now we are going to take you into the weekend roundup in the Premier League. Actually, the match you'll be focusing on now is Chelsea versus Arsenal, which is going to be the toughest match you'll be having this weekend. And do you think Chelsea is going to give a statement win against Arsenal? Let's see. Let's actually get everything you need to know. All the analysis, the basic tips, the everything you need to know, the tactical breakdown, the head to head, everything you need to know about both teams. Let's get into it. Again at Stamford Bridge, the Premier League title race meets its biggest plot twist yet. Chelsea, the league surprise contenders, face Arsenal, the team with the best defense in the Premier League and also the best attack and the most complete structure in England presently. But yes, actually, the twist amongst the both of them, Enzo Maresca has actually beaten Barcelona, Manchester City, and also European champions Paris Saint-Germain in the Club World Cup. So the question is simple. Can he solve Arsenal's puzzle? Let's break it all down so you would know what to expect in the match. This match actually matters to both Arsenal and also Chelsea. Chelsea hosts Arsenal in what could be a defining moment of their season. A win closes the gap at the top. A loss signals they are not quite ready for a serious title challenge. For Enzo Maresca, this is the toughest examination of his Chelsea's project. And today, which is Friday, the match is on Sunday, we break down every key question he must actually answer. That's the quick questions Enzo Maresca must actually answer if he actually wants to have a statement win against Arsenal. Well, the very first question Football Hub NG is going to ask Enzo Maresca is, how does he want to break down the Premier League's best defense? How does he want to break it down? Now, Chelsea have actually come into this match with 41 goals in 19 games, and they have a very, very good goal scoring record and a great return. But Arsenal remain the gold standard defensively. The first big dilemma for Maresca is that who starts in the front line? That is a very big first dilemma for Enzo Maresca. Well, Cole Palmer's return. Cole Palmer is actually expected to be available, but is just back from a groin injury and a broken toe. Can you, as a Chelsea fan, really start him if you're a Chelsea coach in a game of this high intensity? If not, Joao Pedro again may operate as the number 10. And also the number 9 problem. Chelsea's starting striker has scored one league goal this season. Whether it's Liam Delap, Maguire, or Joao Pedro as actually a false 9. Using a false 9, Enzo Maresca actually tried Pedro Neto as a false 9 against Barcelona, and it worked brilliantly for him. But Delap's goal in midweek might give him a confidence boost actually. And also, what do you think about Estavo? What do you actually think about Estavo? Estavo actually dazzled against Barcelona, scoring an outrageous goal. But Maresca has actually protected the 18-year-old carefully this season. No back-to-back starts since August, selectively, depending on the opponent. Now, you as a Chelsea fan want him. Stamford Bridge wants him in the starting 11. But Maresca is ready to trust him in the biggest league game of the season. If Estavo starts, Pedro Neto likely to shift to the left, meaning that Garnacho and also Gittins will actually drop off to the bench. That if Estavo starts, Joao Pedro will actually come back to the midfield, Pedro Neto will go to the left, and also Garnacho and Gittins will actually be on the bench for the match. And the second question Football Hub NG wants to ask Enzo Maresca is, how do you stop Arsenal's attack? And also a fit again Martin Odegaard. Arsenal aren't just solid defensively, if you want to know. They are the highest scoring Premier League team ahead of Chelsea this season. Now, let's look at the key battle in the attack. Cucurella versus Saka. Fine, Cucurella actually shut down Lamine Yamal in the midweek against Barcelona. Now, he faces Saka in the league. The battle alone is worth watching. The battle between Cucurella and Saka is actually worth watching. Another thing, Odegaard's return. If Arsenal captain is fit, Chelsea fan will have a very, very big flashback. He assisted both goals versus Chelsea last season. He has 7 goals involvement against Chelsea, more than against any other club. If he is not ready, Arsenal can actually turn to Eberechi Eze, who had an hat-trick in the North London derby against Tottenham last week, and also an assist against Bayern Munich. The Arsenal squad depth is actually very, very ridiculous. And also, we actually have to go into the midfield war. The left side becomes a battlefield. Enzo Fernandez actually dropping deeper. Reece James returning to right back. Moise Caicedo versus Declan Rice. A very big heavyweight duel. That is a very big duel between both players. And with Havertz and Gyökeres pushing to return, Arsenal could hit Chelsea from every angle. And also, let's look at Chelsea's centre-back situation. After 12 games without repeating a pairing, Maresca may finally start Chalobah and Fofana again, like he did against Barcelona in the midweek. A huge opportunity for them to prove they are the true first choice duo for Chelsea. Now, the third question I will be having for Enzo Maresca is, how do you survive Arsenal's set-piece machine? No Gabriel, no problem. Arsenal continues to dominate from set pieces. Bayern Munich learned that in a very, very hard way when Timber scored from a corner kick in the midweek. Maresca will actually be drilling defensive setup all week. Chelsea are also dangerous from corners, ranking 4th in set-piece goals, including their short corners goal against Barcelona. This phase could actually decide the match. And actually, the number 4 question I will be asking Enzo Maresca is, can Chelsea deliver another statement win? Maresca already has a 3-0 win over Barcelona, a 2-1 win over Manchester City, and a 3-0 Club World Cup final victory over European champions Paris Saint-Germain. But this is actually different. Every game is a big game at Chelsea, and this one is about credibility. Chelsea have just only 1 win in the last 11 Premier League matches versus Arsenal, not beating Arsenal at Stamford Bridge in their last 6 attempts. A win in Stamford Bridge against Arsenal may actually shift the entire narrative of the title race. A defeat shows they still need more to work on. Well, our betting insight at Football Hub NG is actually a over 2.5 goals. Why? Because both sides are actually scoring freely. Both sides are actually dangerous at set pieces. Both sides have attacking weapons returning from injury. This fixture rarely stays quiet. It's actually over 2.5 from betting teams from Football Love Engine. Now, so the question remains, can Enzo Maresca actually find a perfect plan to unlock the Premier League's best defense? Can Chelsea rewrite their recent history against Arsenal? Or will Mikel Arteta's men prove again they are the standard to beat this season? Drop your prediction and let's see if Stamford Bridge becomes the turning point of this season's Premier League title race. Yeah, this is Football Love NG. If you like what we do here, you actually have to stay tuned with us and also have to follow, to click on the follow and subscribe button for you to get all this footballing analysis, the betting tips, and also the tactical breakdown at your fingertips. Thank you for watching. Share it with us and see us and catch us in the next video. Thank you. God bless.